So as it turns out, Fox News may have been knowingly pushing lies on their network. We can read the headlines over here. Sean Hannity admits he didn't believe Dominion voter fraud claims, quote, for a second. In testimony, Hannity and other Fox employees said they doubted Trump's fraud claims. On Wednesday, lawyers for Dominion Voting Systems shared some of the strongest evidence yet that Fox employees knew what they broadcast about the claims was false. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about here, we're talking about claims that there were election fraud. Essentially, Trump told everyone and all his followers, hey, Biden stole the election from me, fraud, fraud, fraud. Let's go storm the Capitol, these kind of things. And essentially, these people were egged on by people at Fox News who knowingly were pushing lies. When asked under oath, this would be Tucker Carlson, this would be like Sean Hannity and other people at Fox News. Sean Hannity specifically said he didn't believe for a second in voter election fraud. This is under oath what he's saying. And evidently the reports are also saying that Tucker Carlson is trying to wiggle around the answering this question. Did you flat out, did you believe in voter fraud? He's just trying to wiggle out of it. This is part of a discovery phase of a lawsuit. Dominion Voter System is suing Fox News for defamation. It's a $1.6 billion suit. And this is actually a really important case. It's going to get buried with all the FTX drama, and I know it's fun to talk about FTX, but I think we should talk about this one as well. I understand that people out there will get really upset when you talk about these things, and my response is, guys, I want to live in the world of truth, and I want to live in the world of reality. I don't just live in a world of just making stuff up. And also, too, just because you want something to be true doesn't make it true. And just because you just want something to be false doesn't make it false. It's interesting because if you take a look at some more details of this kind of thing, the Dominion Voting System CEO, he basically said here that conservative networks knew they were airing misinformation. And essentially, this is sort of why you're going after Fox, because it's hurting their company, of course. And if Fox, knowingly push lies, it could be really damning for the network. Now, in the past, though, Fox is able to win these defamation suits. And what they do is they basically say, over here at Fox News, we're a bunch of entertainment. No one should take us seriously. The way they put it is like no reasonable viewer takes Tucker Carlson seriously. And another one is a headline here. You literally can't believe the facts Tucker Carlson tells you. So says Fox lawyers. This is coming directly from Fox lawyers that, hey, we're just a bunch of entertainment. Don't take us seriously. And, it's interesting because this matters because some people do take these people over at Fox News seriously. I mean, you can take a look at this. You guys know this. The January 6th stuff, they had a bunch of people attacking the Capitol building because they believed there was election fraud pushed by people like Donald Trump and also pushed by people like, Sean Hannity over at Fox News. And again, Sean Hannity under oath is saying he didn't believe for a second that there was election fraud. So I think this stuff matters quite a bit. Now, I know when I make these kind of videos talking about the truth, people get so mad. They call me libtard and I'm such a left-winger, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm going to tell you guys, I want to live in a world of reality. And I don't think it's crazy to want to live in a world of truth. So I'll tell you some truth also. I grew up in Portland, and there were crazy protests all over Portland. People were burning buildings, tearing down statues, and I'm just like, what the heck are these crazy people doing? And I in no way condone violence. It doesn't matter who does it. I don't think it's a good thing. I'm telling you guys it happened. Same way that, you can read the headlines here. Protesters loot stores, cause damage at the Grove, Rodeo Drive during the George Floyd unrest. I really know, guys. I used to live in LA, and it was horrible. There was just like looters everywhere and stuff like that. I really know. I'm showing you pictures. I really know. I was really upset. Even in Philadelphia, they were like doing this crap. I don't like looters. I don't like any of this stuff. The same way I don't like people talking about the election frauds and attacking the Capitol building. I don't like any of this kind of violence or any of this stuff. And unfortunately, we live in this world where people feel like they have to defend people who look like them. For example, here's Dan Loke. He's a total scammer. He's Asian. He looks like me. But I'm telling you, I don't have to defend this person just because he looks like me. This guy is a scammer. This guy's a liar. Don't trust anything that he says. Same way a tech lead. He looks like me. He's Asian. He's on YouTube. Don't trust anything he says. He pushed like this crappy $1 million coin thing. And so I mention all of these things because sometimes people just think, oh, I'm just making stuff up because I hate the Republicans and stuff like that. It's just simply not true. What is true, though, however, is Sean Hannity under oath basically saying, hey, guys, I didn't believe in election fraud, and yet they were putting out these stories. And, I think this kind of stuff matters because essentially it shows you that some people, will basically push stories, push false narratives, push lies because it makes them money. And I think that's a real problem. I can tell you guys, I do YouTube every single day. And if I tell people that, you know, their favorite dog coin or whatever is going to go to the moon, I become really, really popular on YouTube. And months ago, I'm not making stuff up, I was telling everybody, hey, it looks like FTX is a scam. Hey, it looks like FTX is buying off all these people. It looks bad. And I'm not popular. I'm not popular because I'm not telling what people want to hear. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people just want to hear like stuff that reinforces their beliefs. And one of the things that I challenge you guys is to just sort of like, you know, take a step back and always look at everything and be reasonable about this stuff. And this is sort of why I do this channel, why I do the daily news. And just like I literally read through all the news and say, hey, this looks like the facts. Let's focus on the facts. And then we can have opinion on said facts, right? But I really want to focus on the facts. And if I'm ever wrong on anything, please say, hey, Chris, you're wrong in your facts there, right? I think it's great for people to have a different opinion. Totally fine. Totally fine. But just making stuff up, like say what they were doing at Fox News and pushing said lies, not cool. And you know, we live in a world of hopefully of you know, rule of law, and so Dominion will have their day in court, and we'll see if Fox News can you know, outlast this thing. I think it could be a major story. We're going to find out. And, you know, also too, just for example, just when I say focus on facts, people say, oh, Hunter Biden this, Hunter Biden that. You know, I do check on this stuff to see, hey, what's Hunter Biden doing these days? Just to share some facts. So it looks like Hunter Biden is adding a attorney that Jared Kushner used to use. Not making random things up here. You can see Hunter Biden adds former Kushner attorney to legal team. Here's another headline. Hunter Biden adds hires attorney Abe Lowell to beef up legal team. And if you read further, it says, this guy has also worked for the Trump son-in-law and advisor to Jared Kushner. And what this story tells me is basically, you know, you have this sort of political class, elite class that hired the same attorneys, and then basically they're all the same. I'm not, you know, just drawing any distinction. I'm not making stuff up, right? They use the same lawyers. It's pretty crazy, actually, when you think about it. And so, you know, I'm going to be curious how this thing plays out. I'm curious how, you know, people respond to this. You know, I'll give you another example of just stuff that I read, and I try to make it really clear. Here, you can see the headline. FTX billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried funneled dark money to Republicans. And sometimes there's people out there that like to say, oh, no, he only gave money to Democrats. He's such a Democrat. And it's like, okay, I mean, so what do you make of this? See it right here. And I even make videos about this kind of stuff too as well, where Sam Bankman-Fried gave money to both Democrats and Republicans. I don't need to hide anything, and I don't need to like push any particular narrative. I just like literally try to just tell you guys the truth. So for example, people say, hey, Chris, Sam Bankman-Fried gave money to Democrats. I say, yes, he totally did. And then I say, hey, he also gave money to Republicans. And then people are like, oh, no, you're just making stuff up. It's like, what world do we live in, guys? And so this is sort of why it matters. Again, I'll repeat, just because you want something to be true doesn't make it to be true. And just because you want something to be false doesn't make it false. So, you know, to really do well and sort of like ease your mind. And so some of the reasons why I'm smiling all the time is I try my best just to read through the news, look for facts, and try to figure out what the heck is going on, opposed to trying to fit the world to like match my beliefs. That's we call that phrase mental gymnastics, and it creates a lot of problems for a lot of people. So love to hear your guys' thoughts on this story. I hope you guys understand my message with this is that I'm not cool with people pushing lies, basically is what I'm saying. And you know, I know a lot of people are going to get upset about this Sean Hannity story, but this seems to be pretty damning for Fox, actually, guys. And recognize when people are pushing you a bunch of BS. And in fact, it looks like Fox News knowingly was pushing the BS. So love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.